I'm Janet of Goodness Me, and today I'm going to make some muffins in a hurry. I love to cook and bake, but especially to cook. And sometimes when I'm baking, I like to have some shortcuts, but I still want the end product to be super nutritious and super delicious. So I love the JK Gourmet muffin mixes. They have several different mixes. This works so well, and even when I'm thinking about my husband who's diabetic, this is a muffin he also can eat. And the neat thing about this box is it opens like a book, and there's lots of information inside, so you're not reading very small print on the label. So you just open up the mix, and this is probably the easiest baking that I have ever done and that you probably will ever do. You dump the mix into a bowl, and this mix is made with almond flour, with the fine JK almond flour that makes such great tasting and textured baking products. And all you need is 3 eggs and the ingredients in the box, and you are ready to go for making a muffin. So it's the easiest, fastest thing you could do. So lightly beat the eggs and dump them in. And then you just mix that up, and you could bake it just like that. Now for extra flavor, texture, and variety, you can add up to 1.5 cups of your favorite other ingredients. So raisins, nuts, chocolate chips, anything, cranberries, blueberries, whatever you want, you can make that muffin. And today I'm going to add 1 cup of walnuts, organic walnuts, and also I'm going to add some dark chocolate chips. So I'm using the 71% dark chocolate chips because the darker the better for our health. And so I'm adding about 1 cup of nuts and about 1/2 cup of dark chocolate chips. Now the neat thing about these muffins is that there is about 10 grams of effective carbohydrate. So if you look on the box, it says there's 13 grams of carbohydrate, there's 3 grams of fiber, so that's 10 grams of effective carbohydrate. So for diabetics, I like to have that be 12 or under at any given time. So this is something that my husband could eat. When we add nuts, this doesn't affect the carbohydrate content. We add chocolate chips, it does, but I've got just 1/2 cup or a scant 1/2 cup for 12 muffins. The other thing is, when you look at a muffin like this, it's providing a significant amount of healthy fats and also the protein of a small egg in each muffin. So those two things help to balance out the carbohydrates as well, making this a treat that I don't want to tell him that he can have too many of them, because then there won't be any left for the rest of the family. So once you mix it up, then you just want to put it into your muffin pans and bake it. One more thing though, depending on what you add, you might want to add a bit of water if the batter's a bit dry. So no more than 1/2 cup. So 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup. So this one looks a little bit dry, so I'm going to put part of that in, and then I'll be baking it. And when they come out of the oven, we'll show you what they look like. And one more thing, you could also add bananas if you wanted. So instead of adding nuts and chocolate chips, you could also add 2 mashed bananas to the recipe and make banana muffins. So a nice thick batter, dropping that into the muffin tins, and then putting that in the oven. So we'll show you what they look like as soon as they're done. So here I am back with my muffins that came out of the oven. So 12 healthy, grain-free muffins. It took me less than 5 minutes, maybe less than 3 minutes to put it together. And all that's required to make this is the JK Gourmet muffin mix and 3 eggs. That's all that's necessary. And some water to make the batter just the right texture. If you want, you can add up to 1.5 cups of other things. So I added walnuts, organic walnuts, and I added organic fair trade dark chocolate chips, 71% chocolate chips. But you can add whatever you want. And the muffin mix is sort of pricey for a muffin mix. But when you think about this, you get 12 grain-free muffins for just $1 each. If you were going to buy a grain-free muffin somewhere, you'd be paying at least $3 or $4 for that, because almond flour is expensive and all the ingredients are there. The thing I love about it is it makes a hearty snack. It's blood sugar balancing and delicious. And Emily, help yourself. Oh, you're taking the biggest one. Okay, I'll take this one. And so you just want to break it open, and
of course I'm going to add some organic cultured butter to this. Enhanced fat-soluble vitamins, as well as they're still warm.
They're still warm. The chocolate chips are gooey and awesome.
And more blood sugar balancing
Yes.
as well.
And so we often think adding butter to a muffin is going to make that less healthy, but there's not a problem eating more fats as long as they're real fats. And so go ahead and enjoy. How's it taste? All right.
Moist.
Moist and good.
Mm-hmm.